Everyone around the world has some fears and anxieties. For some, it would be heights, spiders, or darkness. For others, poverty and loneliness. Personally, I am afraid of being indifferent. In my opinion, indifference is to blame for the distractions of today's world. I believe that versatile, enlightened, and sensitive people are able to bring changes that will create a better world. And that's the type of person I'm aspiring to become. I remember when I was a child, never had I known what my future would be. I would have thousands of ideas when asked about my prospect job. Some of the ideas were crazy, but they had one thing in common. They always were about people. Although now I am sure I want to study medicine and become a doctor to actively do good for the society, I am open to all opportunities the world can give me. Hence, I don't want my education to define me. I am performing quite well at school and learning drives and motivates me. For the last few years, I have been taking part in many competitions, including subjects like biology, geography, and history. Although at the moment I spend more time learning scientific subjects, I constantly enjoy humanistic science as well. And I believe that this versatility is something that distinguishes me. Last year, my efforts were recognized for Lubuskie Wojewódzkie Marshall Scholarship called Lubuskie Talenty. My biggest accomplishment this year was winning the third prize in the competition I Know America, what provided me with the ability to study in the American Studies Center of University of Warsaw. My widened knowledge about USA, its culture, politics, and history has even boosted my interest in applying for Queen's Hedvig Scholarship. Scientific part of my life is huge, but there is so much more to get to know about me. For many years, I had been training swimming. Sport has taught me that hard work, tenacity, and pursuit of perfections are the factors that always lead to a great success. Since I was in primary school, I have been an active volunteer. Now I'm a member of a voluntary club in my school. Me and my friends are taking part in many charity actions supporting hospices, shelters, and the ones in need. During last summer break, I spent 2 weeks working as a volunteer in a hematology unit in the hospital in Gorzów Wielkopolski. That was an extremely challenging and demanding, but also extremely developing experience. I am very active at school while performing a function of secretary of our school council. We are working every day to create a more interesting and friendlier environment for our students. Well, maybe I may seem a bit unorthodox, but I don't believe that raw talent by itself can provide a successful future. I believe in ambitions, I believe in hard work, and most importantly, I believe in change. Change is the nature of the modern world, and according to Albert Einstein, the measure of change is the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. I look up to people who provoke and spark change that leads to improving the society. Just like the famous Stanford alumni, Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman to serve in the US Supreme Court, and Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, who revolutionized the way we perceive and practice sport today. And the hero of my essay, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Those people who pass into history as game changers give a lead to next generations. Following their accomplishments, I would like to contribute to changing facing society and somehow play the role of a change facilitator to help people go through the change smoothly. That's why an opportunity to get this scholarship and visit United States of America seems so magical and wonderful. USA, with California ahead, is a leader of change. Silicon Valley, SRI, and Stanford are home to many people and ideas that change our world. Like DARPA, Siri, augmented reality, or autonomous driving. That's the place where almost all disruptions happened. I wonder how Silicon Valley created so many positive disruptions in our lives. How is it possible that everything what played such a huge role in changing the world started right there? I believe that going to California helps me to find the answers to those questions and to feel this vibe of change. Funny story. Last week, I went to a Chinese restaurant for a lunch where I got a Chinese fortune cookie. My prediction said, be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead. Who knows? Maybe Queen's Hedvig Scholarship will be that opportunity for me. And soon I will follow the paths of people that change our world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nina. Tomasz, the floor is yours.
Yes, thanks, Nina, for your presentation. The question is the following. If you were the Polish president, but having the similar power as the American one, what field would you like to focus on as the first one? What would it be, and what would you like to change and improve?
Well, I think it would be about the youth, I still think that the schooling system could have some improvements, and I would try to create more possibilities, more changes, like chances for young people to develop their interests, their skills. Yes, that's, I think, like to work with the young people, with my peers at the moment, because I think that it's extremely important to work with the next generations, because that's how we kind of think about what the future of the country would be.
Okay, thank you very much. And under what situation and circumstances you're getting relaxed and calm and relaxed?
Well, I think it's always about my friends. I really get along pretty well with people, and my friends are people who always know how to calm me down, how to cheer me up, and just like every moment I spend with my friends is brilliant, and I wouldn't change it for nothing else, for anything. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Adam.
Okay. Tell me, what do you consider to be the potentially greatest benefit of this scholarship for you?
Well, probably as I mentioned in my presentation, I would be looking forward to experience this change, to see those places, to feel this vibe, this atmosphere, to probably learn something new, to maybe like meet some extraordinary people that will help me to develop myself and to show me things that I can then bring back to Zielona Góra, to my society.
Okay. And if you would have the possibility to meet someone from the past, who would that be and why?
Well, somebody from the past, like, what do you mean by past?
I mean the past.
Well,
some historical personality.
Well, I don't know, it's like a new past, but I would think about Sandra Day O'Connor, as I mentioned her in my presentation, like being the first woman to serve in the US Supreme Court, which is kind of the dream of everyone who works in justice in the US. Is like the most powerful institution, like the justice institution around the world. And I think that she was an extraordinary person even after she retired. She had retired from the Supreme Court. She was involved in many great actions. She started her own website called iCivics, which was supposed to help young people to become more active in their societies and environments.
Okay, thank you.
Nina, do you like the idea of being the president of Poland?
Well, I think it would be a really nice experience and a nice challenge for sure, because that's not an easy job. But I think I really would like such a job, mostly because it's all about people and about the ability to be able to work with people and to improve people's life. Yeah, so I think that would be for sure a challenge, but I think it somehow will be extremely interesting. Yeah.
I think so. What would be your first decision?
My first decision.
As the president of Poland.
Well,
the first decision is always, watched by everyone, followed by millions of Polish. So it's very important.
Well, I don't know if that would be like the first one, but for sure I would think about organizing a referendum about making sex marriages legal. I think that this is something that is really interesting for many people in Poland, and I think that it should somehow be listened to what Polish citizens think about it. So that would be like maybe not one of first, but that would be like really important decision for me to like make this referendum to ask people what they think about it.
Okay. If you are not the president of Poland, whom you would like to be?
Well, as I said, I am now dreaming, like thinking about becoming a doctor, because I think that's the kind of job that would help develop me, develop myself, and I could work with people. And the most important thing is that I could help people. And being a doctor always also kind of would leave the door open for the scientific kind of development of myself, that I could go the scientific way, and it could be combined with the more social and activist way.
Okay, thank you very much. Now's the time for the feedback, Tomasz.
Yes, Nina, 5 minutes is long or it's a short time?
It's a short time, I would say.
Yes. So this is a time when you need to take a decision. What is the most essential to share with us or with another audience? I had an impression that you wanted to tell everything about yourself, which obviously might not be an easy task doing this within 5 minutes only. So my piece of advice for you is to take a decision on what you wanted to say, to pick up really the most essential things, so that it's not, you doesn't look like that you are like, you know, a high-speed train during your presentation, because someone could think that you are so speedy. I know that this is your natural way of speaking. I can see it because when we ask your question, then you did a similar thing. But especially in terms of the presentation, pick up the most important things and then set up the right pace of your presentations. Other than that, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay. Nina, the presentation was very interesting, but you should have some kind of contact with your audience. Maybe, yes, I agree, maybe it should be a little slower, but the answer to the questions your answer to the questions were much better. My advice, always try to be natural, always. And you know, you mentioned the Supreme Court in the United States. I have a surprise for you. One moment. So we are in the Polish Supreme Court, and maybe it will be your good omen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adam. Nina, there are some candidates whom I advise to have more balance. Balance between, you know, considering decision, analysis, and making the decision. Sometimes it's because people spend too much time on analyzing, you know, like Hamlet. I would advise same to you, to keep the balance between analyzing and making the decision, but to the other direction than to others. First analyze and then spend more time on the analysis, prepare better, as Tomasz said, so you know what you want to say during these 5 minutes. Anyway, your presentation was excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Tomorrow you will get the results.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.